Operator, Ordis wonders, what are you thinking about?
Alright, enough dicking around. Hey everyone, how is it going? Oh, let's see how much we can get through in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Let's just see how we go. Okay, so the idea is we'll probably go for about half an hour of random NIGHTWAVE stuff. And then I really want to check out the Cyberpunk videos that were released this morning at roughly 2 o'clock in the morning. Ugh. I didn't check them out at the time because, you know, it was 2 o'clock, so we're not going to do that. But they are on YouTube, so I'm going to check them out. Now, let's see. I'm not going to be able to defeat a Grove Score Thingo anytime soon. Oregon Derelicts, yeah, that's going to be a big no from me. Is chat working? Yes, it is. Sound Sleeper.
Let's
I can do that.
Get back to it.
No shield mode is a little bit problematic. Death detonation mode, I can do that. And it's a capture mission, that's nice and simple. Nope, so much for that.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
Cheers, mate. It's a Spider-Man hoodie. I grabbed it straight off eBay. It's really, really comfortable. So
Found a target.
even I guess
Capture
even
them
when
quickly
the
before they escape.
design is like kind of
Attack us, we will counter.
the comfort level of this particular hoodie is so good. So 10 out of 10 recommend for that.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base.
To answer your question, no idea when NIGHTWAVE is going to end. Considering though that we are like, we do only have 2 out of the 5 NIGHTWAVE things active. I'd probably say give it another 5 weeks at least, in theory.
I will consider what I have learned from this skirmish.
Wait, this isn't the right way. Wait, it is the right way. Huh. That was easy. In terms of gilding the modular item, which, by the way, is apparently going to be a thing that no longer exists next week. Because NIGHTWAVE has the catch-up mechanics, where when you finish a week's worth of rewards, you can then finish other rewards from previous weeks to catch up. Because that does continue to exist, theoretically you can actually complete an entire
Shall we?
What's up? Yeah, I'll do it later. Theoretically, you can do all all of the things. Blaze. Really? You're struggling getting Blaze?
Nora to say
theoretically, because of the catch-up mechanics, you should be able to complete like 30 levels worth of NIGHTWAVE in like 1 week at the very end. But you'll probably end up wanting to, like, you know, off yourself, because that's a ton of NIGHTWAVE grind, so I would not recommend that one bit. Blaze, where the hell are you? Blaze, I have... Huh. I really thought I had more of these. Apparently I only have 4. Of which, for whatever reason, I've actually got 3 of them, you know, the same. Okay, well, that's actually surprising. TBH is not really a mod that I use a whole lot. That being said, I don't play a whole lot of shotguns. But when I do, like, don't really care about Blaze. So, I don't know. Let's bring along a different kind of Warframe. Let's bring Garuda. Alright, no shield sabotage. Hey, good morning, James. Where in the bloody hell are you? Where it is actually the morning. I'm thinking... Oh no. Oh no, Chrome's frozen. Oh, rip. Hold on, 1 sec. Chrome. I don't know why, but there's this weird thing going on with my computer, where Chrome, which is essentially an internet browser, uses so much like RAM and processing power that like, it turns into a bit of a meme when I'm trying to use it.
Caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint the exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the risk.
Oh wait, they're already dead. What am I doing? Let's see. Damn it! The thing is though, I don't really want to turn off Chrome, because sometimes the chat just doesn't show up in the chat, if that makes sense. Yeah, now I'm just sticking around. Okay.
Coolant cell extracted.
Let's try and cheat this.
Security
Oh,
has locked
come
down
on.
the coolant cells.
No
We
way.
have no choice but to destroy them. The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again. Coolant cell destroyed.
Okay. Man, maybe I should have brought Oberon. Probably a little bit more confident at this kind of thing than using Garuda, but whatever.
Fuel cell reinserted.
Hey.
When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown. Destroy the fuel injectors.
Hey Firefox, what's happening, bro?
A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
Oh, mercy. Okay, here's the thing about Protea. Her rebalance, as you're calling it, I don't think you can call that rebalancing. When you rebalance something, that implies that the thing comes out balanced, yes? No, she's overpowered now. I think she's like potentially way too strong. Like, first off, RIP Volban, I don't see much of a point in playing him now. If you're looking at like engineer type warframes, if you want to compare the two engineer type warframes, at the present moment, it seems like Volban's been beat. Volban's been beat badly. Like, it's kind of hilarious. It's night and day. You go up against level 100 properly heavy gunners. Damn it! Damn it! Yeah, you look at the two engineer type warframes. It's night and day now. Back then I thought maybe there's a nice little balance that can be struck because Volbeat could actually do a significant amount of damage. And now, and you know, like, here's the thing. When Protea first came out, I figured the balance was that Volbeat's good for doing damage if you're looking at like the two engineer type warframes, and Protea is good for support because Volbeat's support is, if you remember back to my Volbeat overview video, Volbeat's support is quite lackluster. The only thing that he has is giving people armor, which is already hard enough to do as is because people are not generally inclined to sit in the friggin' Bastille for a while. Like, they're just not, people are just not inclined to do that. Whereas with Protea, you can give them energy, you can give them health. If they're using equilibrium, you can give them both at the same time. If they're using health conversion, like, obviously these are now things that they'd have to do, but if they're using health conversion, that means extra armor, which means you're effectively doing Volbeat's job as well. If you're doing energy conversion, that means you're also giving them extra power strength, essentially. Like, I figured, like, okay, one's good for support, one's good for damage. Great! He's still better? Explain. How? Explain how. Because, at least against level 100 Corrupted Heavy Gunners, your girl just wrecks them, like, so fast. And, okay, maybe the builds I'm using are causing the difference in comparison? Maybe? Maybe. But I don't think you can deny that Volbeat does take a lot of time to strip armor, and that Fletched Orb, when it's being affected by armor, it's okay, but it's not the best thing in the world. Whereas Protea now, she could just wreck everyone. That's how I've observed her anyway. So yeah. Anyway, the build for Garuda that I'm using at this particular moment in time is an Umbral build, which is surprising for a non-Prime Warframe, but yes, he can still lock down all the enemies. Here's the thing. So can Protea. Let me show you what I mean. I've already outlined all of this. For who? Are we talking Protea or Garuda? I've already outlined all of this in the Protea video, which is doing surprisingly badly. It's like, should be having like 500 views at least. I don't know. Nah, that's just me being a dick. Basically, here's the thing. Protea can lock down all the enemies too, mate. Yeah. Oh, Protea? I don't know. However many former you want to put on her. I mean, the build that I'm using is just a build. 130 minutes, no dying. You can probably do the same with Protea. I mean, her shield regeneration thing is really, really good. I'm using 2 former. Right, this is how you can lock down everyone with Protea. You ready? Let's not go Gokstad officers because they have that turret thing that can't be locked down. Everyone is more or less locked down except for that one guy. Like, it's not the best thing in the world, but you can basically lock them down like that. They're basically constantly staggered. Does that make sense, everyone? Does that make sense? Yeah. Like that. That's it. You just throw down a couple of these grenade fans. Damn, they're actually doing some work. They're not doing that much work, but they're doing some work. You just throw down a couple of grenade fans. Now, granted, Volbeat's lockdown is probably a little bit more effective in the sense that it does stop them. Like, people don't run around. You know, they don't run out of your, or they don't, like, bounce out of your lockdown when you're using Volbeat. So, yes, that is true. Volbeat does have better lockdown. But, you know, at the same time... the thing about Volbeat's lockdown as well... Oh, no, you can actually lock down all 20 people. Point is... Even if... like, here's the thing. Fuck, why did I jump out of the simulacrum? What did I give Volbeat? 8 out of 10 for overview? I'm just going right back into the simulacrum again.
You are a true hunter.
Here's the thing. Damage-wise, I think Protea probably has 10 out of 10 damage. 9 out of 10 simply because she doesn't strip armor. But then I'd wonder, like, does she even need to strip armor when she, like, wrecks everything? Like, here's the thing. Like, that's just with the turrets. We can also do that with that, and everything's nearly dead. Like, that's kind of hilarious. You can kind of lock everyone down like that as well. You cover everyone. Like, they're all dead. That's level 140 as well. Like, they're all dead already. That's kind of hilarious. So by that regard, I'd probably say 9 out of 10 damage at least. 10 out of 10 support, obviously, because she gives energy, she gives healing, duh. Right? Am I joking? No. I don't mess around with this kind of stuff, man. Crowd control, you could probably say like 7 out of 10, maybe. What was the other one? Survivability, I'd probably still say around 9 out of 10. I mean, I think she's pretty overpowered right now. That's the thing. She's overpowered and she's kind of easy to use, I reckon. She's not like Harrow. Level 400 Mott. Buddy!
Do you know how long it takes for me to get to level 400 Mott? How long does that take? Explain to me how long... Time yourself. How long does it take for you to get to level 400 Mott? Just tell me how long it took. It does not take you 3 seconds to get to Mott. How long does it take you to get to level 400 Mott?
How long does it take for you to get to level 400 Mott? Wait, you're killing level 400 enemies in 3 seconds? How much power strength do you have on your Volban? 130 minutes. I do not have 2 hours. It's that simple, buddy. It's that simple. When you bring up level 400 anything, discussion is over. There is no point in engaging in that kind of discussion, because it takes 2 hours to get there. There's no point. Actually, yeah, an Umbral build could be pretty good with Protea. Yeah, Umbral build would be pretty good with Protea. I'm just trying to imagine what it would look like. What I would actually replace with what I would replace with Umbral Vitality, and it would probably be it would probably end up being Thingo. The natural talent that I'm using at the moment. I probably replace that natural talent with Umbral Vitality, and then you use Umbral Intensify. How long do I play a day? Surprisingly, not that long. Let's see, today's a weekday, which means I'm basically doing a master's degree, buddy. So I don't have that much time. And then on the weekends, I don't actually play 10 hours. I don't. I've streamed once for 10 hours on a weekend, and that nearly like blew a gasket, so I'm not going to do that ever again. And when I'm not streaming 10 hours a day, I'm probably playing WarFrame maybe 1-2 hours tops, because
I actually like to make videos during the weekend as well.
So I actually like to do some other things as well, okay? That being said, as someone who does not spend 8 hours a day playing WarFrame, I still somehow knew a lot more about Railjack than other people who played 8 hours a day. So, you know, does it really matter that I play 8 hours a day? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. What was I gonna do? Oh, that's right, Garuda. Friggin', what was it? Energy drain mode, ew. Do a long... I'd have to be okay, this is some real talk right now. I'd have no need to do a super duper long run of Mott. The reason why stems from probably one of the biggest complaints about Warframe, which is that at some point the rewards are just simply not rewarding. There's no reason for me to do a 1 hour mod outside of like a random meme, and there's certainly no reason for me to do a 2 hour mod outside of an extremely random meme. So I have actually done 60 minute. Have I done 60? Yeah, I've done 60-minute mod with Mag. The point is, it's not something I'm going to do. I take viewer requests, but there's a limit to that. When you say do 1 hour of mod, what you're actually saying is, hey, I want you to waste an entire hour of your day. Not a particularly good request for me to be entertaining. You know? Does that make sense?
What did you see? My data stream went dark.
I think the Kuva Brammer is still alright. Like, obviously it's not the super duper, like, insane, like, overpowered powerhouse that it used to be. Obviously. But, even without a Riven, I can only say, attest to its power without a Riven, because I don't actually have a Brammer Riven at all. I would assume that with a Riven, like a Riven, doesn't even have to be a decent Riven, because it's the Brammer we're talking about, right? I would assume that it's still, like, beast mode with Riven. In much the same way that it's still kind of beast mode without a Riven. So, you know. Wait, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just get out of here. This is why I hate all forms of energy drain, lack of energy, all those things. I hate them. I really do. I thoroughly dislike them. It's not because they make things difficult, I just value energy above all else, so when I see like energy drain, energy friggin' not so much, sorties, ugh, they piss me off. Oh, come on, buddy, I don't want to be in this. Oh, what? How? Where's my cat? Hey, cat. Mercy! You were right there! You couldn't save me? Are you kidding? Leaderboard. Okay, I'm gonna be real here. I don't really care about the any leaderboard in this game. The only leaderboard I do care about is the leaderboard in Scarspear, because I am always at the top of the leaderboard when Scarspear was happening. But I don't think there's nothing to do in the game. Here's the thing. You're talking to the guy who is always interested in doing some railjack. Don't tell me that there's nothing in the game. Or don't tell me, oh, you people don't keep thinking there's nothing in the game. There is something in the game. And it's called railjack. You should get one. It's fun, and it's actually really, really easy. So, just do that. Survivability comes mainly from her first ability, in my opinion. Her first ability kind of acts like Arcane Aegis, and I have had it work in a similar way to Arcane Aegis, where just as the shield like depletes, for whatever reason it keeps coming back. And also you can tie it with Arcane Aegis to also have really, really good shield regeneration. And when you have that Arcane Aegis happening, you effectively are invulnerable for a certain period of time because of Arcane Aegis. The only time you're vulnerable is against toxin damage, because that goes through shields. So that first thing, and then secondly, when you're using Time Anchor, first off you have 3 seconds of invulnerability, so that's pretty damn strong. And secondly, Umbra Former. And secondly, if you die while you're in Time Anchor, you come back to life, even though you only come back to life with like 15 health. That's okay, because if you have 760 shields on top of that 15 health, you're not going to die yet. So we're not talking like Inaros with double Arcade Grace type survivability. We're talking more like if you're still, you know, active and you're not in like a comatose state, you should be able to survive pretty much everything. Does that make sense? Okay. DJ, you should use your railjack a lot more then. That being said, railjack is, well, for me anyway, railjack is currently in the same position as doing 2 hours of mod. Let's be real here. I have enough resources to build pretty much everything else in the game in railjack. I don't really need to do it. I actually do that because it's fun. Okay, we're gonna guild a friggin' thing. Let's do it. Oh, speaking of railjack, we're gonna guild a friggin' thing. So, you remember 888? Oh, okay. Yeah, get your 10s, buddy. Get your 10s. It's super easy. You do a bunch of Gaian point runs, you should be able to get your 10s real quick, okay? So, that's a thing. I mean, you're more than welcome to join my railjack, but, you know, it's my railjack. So, you know, yeah, it's all good. Wait, did the lighting change here? Everything looks... I thought I turned on like some sort of HDR thing or something, I don't know. Oh, no, not you, not you. DJ, here's the thing. At the very least, you'll want to have level 10 tactical and you want to have level 10 engineering, in my opinion. Level 10 engineering being anastasis, it means that you don't have to go to the back of your ship to fix something in your ship. You don't have to go to the side of your ship to fix something in your ship. Anastasis. It's really good. And then level 10 tactical is join warp. You'll probably want that when Scar Spear shows up again, because the way I did Scar Spear... because when Scar Spear happened, my way of playing Scar Spear was wait for everyone to jump in to the Murex, and then I would join warp, drop the thing, recall back to the ship, and then I would be flying around getting tons and tons of good, wonderful things. Piss off, alarm. So, yeah.
Well, hey,
anyway, we're gonna make a MOA.
Familiar killer to whom I love to deliver. Tell me the good news, sweets.
Okay, what do I do to get the one that can kick people? Let's see. It's the new model, isn't it? Nicus? That's the one, I think. Somehow I have enough stuff. Tractor beam. Yeah, I want this. Give me that!
Golden.
Okay, let's see. So we have the model. Let's look at the core. I'm tempted to use this with Protea. So... strong shields, light armor, well balanced. Ew. Tank. Let's do this one. Wait, I already have one. Wait, do I already have one? That implies I already have one, right? Or do we make him an... oh no! Oh no, that's right, he's in the front line, so let's make him a big chunky tanky boy. Alright. Gyros. Wow, I can't speak. What do we have here? Oh, even more health. Wow, okay. Even more health, okay. Max shields, I believe. I mean... screw it. Screw it. Maybe I'll, yeah, take your time, DJ. No rush. No rush. Yeah, let's do this one. Brackets. Honor. Wait, hold on. Naramon, Madurai, Vazarin. Hi? Okay, can someone explain to me what's the difference between Goth and Honor? Is there a difference? Am I going crazy here? The description appears to be exactly the same. First start bracket featuring a mod slot with the Naramon. polarity, a versatile bracket featuring the mod slot with the Naramon polarity. Is there an actual difference? Goth Hona, okay. What in the hell? All brackets have 4 polarities with the Goth, the Johnson, and the Tien adding 1 additional polarity. Hold up. What? Oh, and the Hona. Well, wow, this part of the wiki didn't get upgraded, didn't get fixed up. Hona is going to be purchased from legs. Why does this cost more? I don't get it. What is the... Is it just because it's like big chunky legs or something? What's the logic? I guess we don't know. I guess nobody knows. Well, I'm not going to spend this rep any other way. Let's go. Just throwing out 1,000 rep for no real reason.
Agitator.
Start that former. Whoa, it takes 4 former. Whoops, my bad. Okay. Let's see. Modular. Okay, I'm not gonna wait a day for this. I have a lot of I have a lot of stuff here. Phasor. I did just build the one that I bought, right? I don't even bloody know. I don't even bloody know. Oh, that's a bit sad. Okay, let's go back to Fortuna. I have a lot of console players in my audience, kind of hilarious.
I keep trying to get Biz to tell me stories,
Especially since I play on PC,
Just
but
here
maybe
for
that's
the
the reason
show?
why. I don't know. Anyway,
I like it.
yeah, I picked the right one. Oh yeah, I picked the right one.
Nice.
Big chunky boy, let's go!
There you go, little fella. On your feet.
Alrighty. Let's let's go for another half an hour. Let's go until 11:30. It's 11:06 right now. Let's go until 11:30, and then I'm gonna go through. We're gonna try and go through the cyberpunk stuff, cause I'm real keen for that. Oh, that's right. There's that friggin' homing missile weapon thing as well. There was that as well. Yeah. I'm gonna grab that gonna grab me that as well. Right? It's a weapon, right? Yes, it is. Y'all's quiet. What's happening? How was everyone's week? Now that we have like a whopping double digits amount of people watching. How was everyone's week?
Step on up, quick like and snappy. I pay off some debt, you walk away happy. Now, what you need? Mowers? We've got mowers, right?
Like some limbo love, huh? Yeah, don't we all? Hellstrom. Oh, shucky ducky, give it to me. I'm actually going to... Okay. This is going to be very unusual. I'm actually going to start putting Former into a friggin' Sentinel / Boa weapon. Let's do that. Let's try and make this thing seemingly good, and even if it turns out to be absolute trash. I don't care. I don't care. Where's the thing? It's called the... No, not that. Not that. Oh no, I need to build the bloody thing first, don't I?
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Crap, what's it called? Appearance, Sentinel, Hellstrom. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait a day, buddy. I have 2 videos on Limbo, attack mode and defense mode. They're pretty much, I don't think they've changed at all. Do I need to upgrade, do I need to update them? I mean... No, I'll probably do a Limbo video when Stasis when Stasis gets an augment. How will they augment Stasis? No idea. That is for you to decide, I guess, maybe, I don't know. Okay, wow, this is gonna require a lot of Former. Probably 3 or 4, I reckon this is probably gonna require. Oof. Well, it's just Railjack that I'm gonna be doing anyway, so that's going to be fine. A bit early to give me a Moa weapon build. I'm gonna A, forget him, then B, when you tell me, hey, why aren't you using the Moa weapon build? I'll be like, I don't bloody remember it. Maybe wait like 3 Former until I put 3 Former into this thing before you give me a build.
Operator? Is that a pun?
But feel free to like let me know what polarities you reckon I should get
This fault.
for that build. Because if I get the wrong polarities, obviously that's going to screw up the build easily. So yeah. Damn, this has no crit chance. That's kind of unfortunate. So I guess we're going for a status build then. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what what's his face said. Status build appears to be the way to go. Okay, here we go. Depends on how well it strips armor. If it was a thing where it's like you press stasis and suddenly everyone has no armor, holy fuck, that would be broken. But if it's like press it once and you lose like and all enemies lose like 50% of their armor while in stasis, that's probably okay. That's probably fine. I mean, keep in mind, this is we are talking about Limbo, who happens to also have fuck, what's it called? His augment for 3. Cataclysm, Rift Torrent? Rift Torrent. No, Rift Torrent is the ability. Bottom line is the augment for his 3rd ability. That increases his weapon damage. That's already pretty damn powerful by itself. So, if a Limbo were to use both of those augments at the same time, that would be kinda crazy. To be able to increase your weapon damage whilst also, well, actually, never mind. A lot of Warframes do that. Actually, Mag can do that just straight off the bat. Never mind. No,
I think that actually is probably a good idea.
That is probably a good idea, actually. I just realized Mag can do that already. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah. Blast shield, give me that. Give me that hard engage. Hard engage. Oof. Oof. Damn. Alright. Okay. I suppose for a Moa weapon, being able to kill level 60s is probably a really, really good thing, because it's a Moa weapon. Yeah. So that's nice. That's nice.
meditation.
do some railjack.
If we make our opponent flinch, we have already won.
If any of you are on PC and you feel like doing some railjack, holla. Holla. But keep in mind I'm in Australia, so if you're in America, or if you're in another country where it's somehow the morning, you might experience a lot of lag. And bugs.
Tenno disembarking.
Seeker particle ram. Okay, well, since nobody's... Actually, you know what? Since nobody's jumping in... Wait. What friggin' region am I in? Ah, North America, where everyone's asleep. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna give it approximately 3 minutes, see if anyone wants in. If nobody wants into the Veiljack that I am hosting, then I'm going to use Tether. And things are going to be even faster than ever. Actually, let's see how well we can go without using rip load forward artillery. Oh, someone wants in. Rip the dream. Okay, let's see. Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. Wow. As soon as I turn on Railjack, everyone just disappears. Okay, I see how it is, everyone. Barrage. So it can't be that reason. Ugh, whatever. Yep, I am giving that guy no chance to get ready. If Rift Squad were able... Oh, Rift Surge? Oh, Rift Surge, that's what it's called. Yeah, if Rift Surge were like a support ability, that could be pretty interesting. But that might actually be really, really powerful. Because you then like have... Well, no. Actually... It would be powerful in theory, but in practice I don't see that being all that useful. Oh no, I've just wasted so many missiles! By being so close to a damn rock. What am I doing? Well, that was just silly. Oof. Okay, this guy wants to be in the forward artillery, that's good.
Alert. Enemy cruise ship has translated into the sector.
What do you mean that missile didn't take out the thing? Take the shot, buddy! Okay, good. That guy knows how to use the forward artillery.
Enemy fighter cover.
Okay, so this is why I always use forward artillery, folks. Because when you're using forward artillery, especially at Gaian Point, it doesn't matter if you miss the engines. Forward artillery at Gaian Point equals always a dead cruise ship. This is why I choose to use that particular integrated avionic. No ifs and or buts.
Looks like we kicked the nest. Brigadier cruise ship has punched in. Enemy fighters are falling back. Good work.
Are you gonna take the shot or what? You're not hitting the engines.
Ram sleds inbound. Prepare to repel borders. Fire crew, attention needed.
That's the problem. He's not hitting the engines.
Crew ship down.
Okay.
That clears up some space.
Can't see anything. Okay.
Fires extinguished. Oxygen levels normalizing. Cruise ship reactor has detonated. Pretty.
Where's the cruise ship? Just blew up in a rock.
We have company.
There it is.
Premier cruise ship on scope. Reading large translation signature. Cruise ship. The enemy have reinforced. Incoming round sleds. About to ring the doorbell. Boom. Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on remaining targets.
Okay, I regret not bringing forward artillery.
We have one less cruise ship to be concerned with. Direct attention to remaining targets.
Guess we do it the old-fashioned way then.
Ram sled launch. Optimists inbound.
Wait, what? That still didn't kill it? Are you kidding? Ah.
One cruise ship. Enemy infrastructure neutralized. Filing mission as complete.
Oh, that's it. How many levels did you get? Huh. Okay. Let's go! Oh, by the way, the Gundam vs Extreme Maxi Boost, what is it? Early access. It appears to be live now. So I've actually already tried it out, and I am loving it. Oh man, we don't have a friggin' engineer. What is this?
We are on their boards. Look alive.
Third guy is just twiddling his thumbs, man. Oh, someone used the forward. Someone used the super volley. Okay.
Heads up. Rainier cruise ship. Enemy fighters down 50%.
Okay, you see how there was only 8 plasma procs on that cruise ship? That's essentially the reason why Levan Castanoxes are still better than Zetki Castanoxes when it comes to stripping armor. Typically, a magazine of a Levan Castanox gives around about 20-25 plasma procs, which means more armor stripped. That's the key thing. So, in missions like this where, well, if I was using freaking forward artillery, missions like this, armor doesn't really matter. But in other missions where armor suddenly does matter, or if you're not using forward artillery, then yeah. it becomes a thing that you need to care about. You know what? If this guy didn't actually spend more time being an engineer instead of using the friggin' slingshot, we wouldn't be in a giant mess now, would we? Well, back to the engineering bay I go. Three, two, one. I immediately regret not doing my normal, like, not tanky build. Oh! We finally have an engineer. Oh wait, of course, he's going to actually just make frickin' thingos. Yep, he made thingos. Might as well use Battle Forge.
Has detonated. Pretty.
I think I only need 3 rounds of Gaia points to get my mower up to max, so at least the quote-unquote suffering with this kind of railjack build will be short. Oi!
Fighters neutralized.
Buddy! Buddy! Get out!
Rainier cruise ship has translated in
Parking ourselves right in front of a cruise ship! Now that's just poor
They call
captaining.
friends. Enemy cruise ship has punched in.
Well, take the shot! Take the shot! Where's the shot? Take it! Ruskill, wake up!
Cruise ship down. That clears up some space.
Take the shot, buddy!
Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on remaining targets.
Jesus Christ, this guy takes his shot so slowly. Cyberpunk would have come out before he took his next bloody shot.
We have one
Oh
less
my
cruise ship
God.
to be concerned with. Direct attention to remaining targets.
A little bit of speed would not kill you.
Cruise ship has gone bye-bye. Not a bad warm-up. Objectives met. Moving on.
Alrighty, let's go.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Get around behind them. Oh no, I think they've been watching Brozine videos.
Wholesale. Targets on the board. Good hunting.
That's right. Oh, but it's too hard to hit him from the front. Get good.
Cruise ship.
This is not rocket science. He says while playing Railjack. Come on. Oh crap! I pressed 2 for no reason. Wow, this is so hard to aim. Oh, there it is. Easy. Easy.
Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on
Probably not the best
remaining
example, but still. My point stands. It's easy.
Cruise ship reinforcement has arrived.
shield generator is still up.
Fighter shrapnel. Pilot morale destabilizing. Continue.
Oh, he still missed. See, that was easy.
Cruise ship has gone bye-bye. All rupture. Soon before we suffer a full blowout. Alert. Enemy cruise ship on scope. The enemy has called in a cruise ship. Situation evolving. We have one less cruise ship to be concerned with. Direct attention to remaining
I have to be the
targets.
bloody engineer.
Cruise ship reinforcement has arrived.
Oh, boo.
Sealant
Oh,
applied.
bullcrap.
Hull integrity stabilized.
Hey, we're back to double digits. How's everyone doing? You all having a good time? Alright, will he hit it?
Fighters are being called off.
Of course he'd hit it. We're literally at point blank range.
Cruise ship
Compared to the
down.
normal distances that I'm at, this is point blank range. You can't hit a cruise ship from this distance?
Premier
Oof.
cruise ship on
You gotta go
scope.
practice.
Cruise
This
ship
is
reactor
like
has
easy mode.
detonated. Pretty.
Even that's easy mode.
Scratch one cruise ship.
Alright, do I still need to do one more?
Premier in disarray. Sector secured.
Damn it, still need to do
Mission
like one or two more.
successful.
It takes no effort. Well, it takes no effort to aim for the engines.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
From 5 kilometers away. With no HUD.
Detected. Single person attack craft. Prepare to engage. Looks like the Grenier are feeling lucky. Good hunting.
Oh hell yeah, man. If Railjack is not included in hard mode, I'd be somewhat
Enemy cruise
pissed.
ship has arrived. They are powering weapons.
I would be somewhat pissed, but I'm pretty sure they said that when hard mode comes along, it's coming to Railjack too, right? Did they not like say that, or am I going nuts? Nice, there we go.
Scratch one cruise ship. Looks like we kicked the nest. Grenier cruise ship has punched in.
What did I teach you? Oh, we're out of friggin' dome charges! Oh, god damn it. No. I mean, we'll have to see what hard mode actually is. You know? Because the Steel Way, as it's called. Here's the thing. Okay. What do you guys reckon? If it turns out that it's actually like the entire star chart all over again, but every mission is level 100 plus, that essentially means that everything in that essentially means that like the amount of XP that you get from like a Mercury mission And the enemies that you're fighting in a Mercury mission are going to be the exact same enemies that you're fighting in a Uranus mission. So where there are planets that are effectively the same, for example, Phobos, whoa, which one are you aiming for, buddy? Okay, my bad. I didn't notice he was actually aiming for the thing. So where there are, so like for example, Mercury and Phobos would effectively be the same, correct? If that's how they're doing it. I suppose that's going to be okay, but what that kind of says to me is that they're probably going to want to like reinvent, I don't know, one of the other planets that are just space missions. Does that make sense?
Fighter launch detected. Bogies closing in. Enemy morale has broken. Fighters are peeling off. Cruise ship reactor has detonated. Pretty. Heads up. Rainier cruise ship.
Nice!
Cruise ship eliminated. Focus on remaining targets. Gate crasher. Rainier cruise ship.
Even when we have no idea what the hell's going on.
One less cruise ship to be concerned with. Direct
DJ, do you not watch my videos? I did a video on the Railjack experience, the Railjack Affinity experience like last week.
mission.
Come on, man. I mean, granted it was like 45 minutes long. Fine. Oh, come on. We're still not done yet? Oh. Okay, let's go. Come on. Guess because I don't have double affinity going on, things will ultimately take longer. In terms of the new battle mods, I'm not expecting that with a hard mode. I'm actually expecting battle avionics to come with Corpus Railjack whenever that shows up.
Hold up. Detecting glass resonance. It's close.
It'll be real interesting to see what battle avionics come with Corpus Railjack. That is of course assuming that there are battle avionics coming with Corpus Railjack. I am expecting that. So, you know, if that doesn't show up, that's going to be very disappointing. That being said though, the set that we have at the moment, you fix a couple of them up, they're actually pretty good. So we'll just see.
Reading large translation signature. Cruise ship. The enemy have reinforced.
I don't think I have a wish list for like battle avionics to come with Corpus Railjack though. I can't really think of any.
Enemy pilots are panicking.
The set that we have at the moment is pretty good. I think back to like Star Wars, Gundam, all other space-based TV show, anime, whatever that I'm aware of. I feel like we kind of have it covered in Railjack. So you want a space laser? You already have a space laser. It's called the Forward Artillery. Missile barrage. Friggin' setting up a black hole. That kind of already exists. I guess having interceptors would be nice. Would that be a battle avionic though? That's the big question.
Cruise ship down. That clears up some space. Repair order.
It does not only go to the Railjack stuff actually. Because remember,
Alert.
intrinsics are actually a direct conversion from affinity. So you're still getting affinity, you're always getting affinity.
Repaired.
It's just that at the end of the day, the amount of affinity that you get is then converted into intrinsics. Hurry up, Forge. What that says to me is that the last person to use the Forge decided to have a little wank first before figuring out what they were going to do. An EMP that shuts down enemy ships for a few seconds would be cool. That's called Blackout Pulse. I just don't use it.
Cruise ship has translated in sector.
So yeah, an EMP that shuts down enemy ships, that already exists. Sorry, Mark.
Cruise ship reactor has detonated. Ready. The enemy have called in a cruise ship. Situation evolving.
Alright.
Scratch one cruise ship. Boom. Cruise
You know
ship
what Mark's
eliminated.
suggestion reminds me of?
Remaining targets.
It reminds me of that time on Reddit when someone said, "Gee, I wish
Bye-bye.
our railjacks had some form of
Enemy have
countermeasure to deal with those missiles." You mean like countermeasures? Ah, as soon as I read that, I died. I just died inside. Like, what do you mean? Our ships should have countermeasures. They're called countermeasures. Oh. 29.5? Come on! Oh, that's whatever. That's okay. That's okay. Anyway, yeah, no worries, Mark. I'm just memeing on you. But yeah, Blackout Pulse is a thing that exists. Just keep that in mind. I don't use it because I don't think it's all that good. But it's really straightforward. You shoot it out, you detonate it, and then all ships that are caught within the radius, they go into a death spiral, and if they hit a rock, they blow up. So there is a way of using this avionic to actually wipe out a bunch of fighter ships, and that's if you're near rocks. Same idea as if you happen to use Void Hole and you actually use it on a rock. That actually destroys a lot of fighter ships because those fighter ships then get sucked in and they smack into a rock and then they get blown up by the rock. So yeah. I wonder, when hard mode Railjack comes out, that might be a legit strategy. Oh no, I'm struggling against these level 100 fighter ships. Oh wait, here's a 10,000 IQ move. I'm going to use Blackout Pulse in an asteroid field, and that's going to blow up 20 fighter ships in about 5 seconds. Like, wow. That's some high IQ stuff. Because rocks one-shot fighter ships, as far as I can tell. Okay, Mr. Trigger Happy Mother. Will he hit? Oh, that's a hit. Nice, there we go. What a waste of a Seeker volley. As soon as I pressed 3, I immediately regretted it. Oh, Dios míos.
The enemy have called in a cruise ship. Situation evolving.
But for real, like, what other thing do we need to cover? We have EMPs, we have countermeasures. Munitions Vortex is a thing that exists. We have a particle ram, that's kind of hilarious. I'm using it right now. We have tether, so we already have space rope. Right? You want a space laser? We have the forward artillery. You want extra turrets, I guess? But I kind of feel like that should be an engineering thing. See my engineering intrinsics rework video. Going to put an end... Yeah, I'm up for an endless mission, Railjack. Hell yeah. I'm up for it. 100%. The Catherine Gather, without these goddamn tank mods, without these goddamn tank avionics, is going to be perfectly fine in an endless Railjack mission. Provided, of course, the forward artillery cannon guy is competent. Nah, it needs a hard mode. It needs a hard mode. I do want to actually try and fight more tower.
Pressure levels stabilizing.
Okay, explain yourself.
Sealed.
What do you mean by having a tower in the forge area? You say friggin' turrets aren't useful. Gaz, TTV, shame on you. That's not entirely true. Right now, they're actually quite useful. But as soon as obviously more enemies show up, well, I'm just gonna use my missiles, so hello.
Fighters on attack vector. Gunners, fire at will. We have one less probe ship to be concerned with. Direct attention to remaining targets. We broke them. Skies are clear of fighter cover. Scratched one crew ship.
Alright, we're done.
Crew ship reinforcement has arrived.
Oh, we're not done. Oh my god, I can't even count anymore. That's how bad I am. Not just have to wait for cooldown to go down. If you had a tower at the end of the ship, he could do some work too.
Crew ship down. That clears up some space.
Okay, depending on what the tower actually does, I think I have a rough idea of what you're saying. So this kind of comes back to my Intrinsics rework video that I did like a while ago. Kategari. Kate. Gary. Catherine. Gaza. Okay, it's he or she, not he or her, by the way. That... I don't think that's necessary. What was I talking about? Yeah, in the Intrinsics rework video, in the Intrinsics rework video, what I had, the idea I had was that when an engineer reaches a certain level, they could then run around the ship. For example, let's say I am going back and forth in this stream. That's pretty weird. Oh. I really want to check out their stuff. Like, for example, here we are, right? Let's say we want to put a turret right here. And then, like, we can build a turret. That then gets transferred to the outside of the ship. And then you have an auto turret that's able to blast enemy fighters on the ship. Or, like, alternatively, you could build, like, a giant, like, cannon that shoots a giant, like, cannon ball, if that makes sense. And that could destroy cruise ships. So then you don't necessarily have to rely on forward artillery. You don't necessarily have to rely on other fighters. You could just have two people and one of them is not particularly hot shit at aiming. So there will be the engineer. That's okay, because even as the engineer, they will continue to make turrets and cannons. And those turrets and cannons will blow everything up. And that's going to be something that they can do. That's my idea anyway. For engineers. Okay, I regret putting bulkhead in. I regret putting bulkhead and thingamajig on it. That was a mistake. Easily. A man regrets. All right. I have been wanting to watch this. Oh, hang on. Let's actually, God damn it. Let's guild this guy. Let's guild this guy.
The sector is under control. Resistance crushed. Troops!
So the idea is we're going to watch the Cyberpunk 2077 official trailer, The Gig. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to react to it live, and then we're going to watch the Night City Wire episode 1. Because I am real keen to. Oh. Wait, training debt. Oh, okay. Because I am extremely keen to see what that is all about. because
the business loves
I
things
am
for the
a real
growing
king
thing
for
that
that.
it is.
Purchased.
But not all things that grow really quite sweet, that one. They could use your help. Some see life as adversity or adventure. They'd keep the light from dying inside them, Stardust. They can save themselves with a little help. Someday, things will be different.
Okay. If not,
Run,
deactivate turrets and forge. In terms of that, Commander Intrinsics will probably fix up that one, Mark. So we'll just see. Would that be something that you think as an add-on for Railjet? Yes. Well, rather something to change the engineering intrinsics tree, because a lot of the engineering intrinsics tree I think is kinda either doubling up or kinda useless. Right? I don't remember. Point is, if you look at the intrinsics video on that one, I have notes on that. Put them in the ship to fight, and the engineer repair them, keep them in the ship to fight intruders. I mean, as you've seen with my gameplay, I don't typically have intruders, so I'd actually rather they're outside. I'd rather they're like made inside the ship to then be pushed to the outside of the ship. Does that make sense?
So, she got a name?
Big Chonky Boy.
Welcome to the world, kiddo.
Wow, that actually works. Okay. Alrighty, we've done that particular one. Awesome. Alright, it's time for some Cyberpunk. Who is excited? Oh crap. One sec. Who is excited for that game? The big question is, do I play it on PC or PS4? Of course I'm going to play it on PC. I have every intention of like upgrading my PC when it comes out, so... Oh, what the hell? I thought I turned... Oh, God damn it. Where's my webcam? There it is. Okay. So... Alrighty, let's just put this right here. Let's put this here. Let's put that here. Probably get rid of WarFrame for now. Forge is one spot to build everything for the ship. I get where you're coming from with that idea. I just think that's going to involve a lot of redoing the entire Forge area, so I'd rather they'd spend their time doing something else. Okay. The Cyberpunk... Hey, Kaz. The Cyberpunk 2077 official trailer, The Gig, came out this morning. It's currently at 2 million views. Oh boy, I am keen for this. Let's check it out.
I love this town. The city of endless opportunity. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on.
City like any other, just bigger.
Nah, mano, not just any other city.
Oh damn, they're really beating his ass up.
The major leagues. We're only here because
strippers. What is this, GTA?
Doubt that puts us in the same league as them.
Hell yeah.
We are. They just don't know it yet. But if you
I wonder what the streaming idea is going to be when this game has like full-on sex scenes. Like, what's the idea? Do I just let them be?
Go out with a bang, right?
You know, you can make heaps more eddies as a motivational speaker.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
So what's the gig, Dex? You meant to come out in one
Dirt
piece?
driving.
How about we go over the plan?
There's this prototype tech, a biochip to be precise. Job's to grab it.
Guessing it belongs to a corp.
Arasaka.
We're robbing some heavy hitters.
Hell
Blackmail me,
yeah.
fucker.
High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife.
Ka-ching, baby.
Goes without saying, we do
Damn.
this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies, not a one.
Sounds simple enough.
Is it gonna be dangerous?
Probably simple enough when you're using a friggin' smart gun. I wonder if there's bows in this game.
Can't stop digging Night City.
I'm keen for some bows in this game. 100%. Apparently there's swords. So I'm already half there when it comes to like the weapons. Apparently there's swords.
Dex, what the fuck?
Can't risk it, V.
And you, who are you?
Motherfucking Keanu Reeves. Wait, what?
Fuck.
Oh no. He's okay. No, we're not looking at a mirror or anything. Oh, and this showed up. Okay. Let's look at this as well.
You don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Stepping up to what it stakes. City of dreams, city of...
Hello and welcome to this, the very first episode of Night City Wire, a brand new series from us at CD Projekt Red where we'll be talking about all things Cyberpunk 2077. For today's episode, we'll be starting with a brand new trailer. One of our developers will be joining us to help unpack everything you're going to see. We'll have some news.
I feel like they've chosen to do this because COVID.
We'll be taking a look at some braindance gameplay and welcoming back our developers just to have a chat about everything you're going to see. But there is one more thing. Media all over the world have been getting hands-on with Cyberpunk 2077, and when this episode finishes, you'll be able to go and check out exactly what they thought. So, let's get started.
I've actually seen what SkillUp and Layman Gaiman have to say about it. Apparently it's really good. But at the same time, apparently the stealth is kind of and I think they said something along the lines of the game, the combat is a bit, not the combat, there's like a hacking mechanic that's a little bit iffy. Otherwise everything is really hunky-dory. So
it is time to take a look at our brand new
hype
trailer.
time.
And
it's go time.
Our lead quest designer Pavel Sasko will be joining us because I've got a feeling you're gonna have a few questions after watching this. So let's take a look.
Ah crap, I should have just watched this from the start.
Love this town.
I mean, I'm just going to skip the trailer.
Ready to get.
There's an awful lot in it, so.
Because, you know, it's the trailer, we just watched it.
So the trailer contains footage from the game's prologue only, but there was an awful lot in it. So, Pavel, why don't you try and help us unpack everything that we just saw?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely, I can try. So
I was so tempted to like do frame by frame unpacking of that trailer, but no, they're going to do that.
Awesome stuff is only happening
I guess.
in the first few quests. What the trailer shows you is really our stage.
Glitch cuts,
okay. You know, this gigantic city built of 6 completely unique districts, surrounded by the 7th one that we call the Badlands. As a player, you are meeting...
I'm actually getting GTA 5 vibes out of this. You've got the city area, which is like what's his face, the guy with the suit lives in, and then you have Country Town, which is where redneck hillbilly guy lives.
Introduces you to Fixer Dexter Deshawn. He's a very important person in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. He is able to provide the player with various jobs and contracts to be able to gather money, to be able to modify their bodies, push themselves to the...
Whoa, what happened there?
Contracts to be able to gather money.
The language is automatically deciphering itself. I need that. I need that technology.
Money to be able to modify their bodies, push themselves to the limits, to put their hands on the chip. But as you can expect, not everything goes as planned.
This is in LA as well? Okay, then it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
There are an awful lot of really cool things in this trailer.
No wonder I'm getting GTA vibes.
I would just love to talk about a little bit more for the people at home. So let's start with talking about a gang called the Mox. Now, we see a few flashes of them in this trailer. I personally think they're really cool and one of my favorites, but can you give us a little bit more information about them?
Oh yes, so the Mox is one of the gangs that player is going to interact with throughout the game. The Mox is the gang that has been formed in 2017.
Hold on.
is going to interact.
Do you reckon this chick is wearing a shirt, or is her entire like upper body actually being replaced? Because a lot of the stuff in this game is about like body replacement. So do you reckon like her entire like upper torso has been replaced with some sort of shiny metal, and that's why she's like so shiny?
Throughout the game, the Mogs is the gang that has been formed in 2076 after death of Elizabeth Borden. She was called Lizzie. Now, she was an owner of a brothel and former sex worker, and
owner
she
of
was
a brothel,
protecting working guys and girls from harassment, from abuse, and the gang is really continuing her mission. And as a player, you're going to interact with that gang, meet multiple different NPCs, and craft your own relationship with them, and understand what they are all about.
So earlier on, you did mention a 7th district, a place called the Badlands. Now, we saw a few shots
By the
of
way,
this
you guys
in
can
the
hear this,
trailer,
right?
But I'd love for you to give us a bit more detail about the district outside of the city walls.
Okay, so the Badlands is this like dead, dried out space going around the whole Night City. And as a player, you'll be able to traverse that space in your car or motorcycle. This is a space that is inhabited by the nomads. Nomads are living in different families, and they are traveling across that space in convoys made out of the cars and motorcycles. And as a player,
I wonder if
you'll
there are
be able
flying
to
cars in
traverse
this.
and access different type of open world content that has been prepared specifically for you to get that awesome feel of the Badlands as an area.
Wait, yeah, as
in
in,
the trailer,
sorry,
we also
what were
saw
we,
like
what were you
a completely
answering again?
metal
Sorry.
creature. Now, he didn't look like he was from the Maelstrom gang. This looked like something else. So,
Oh,
please
right,
tell
you
the
can hear
people
this.
at home,
Okay.
who is this giant metal monster?
Okay, so that big dude, that was Adam Smasher. He has been introduced in pen and paper in Cyberpunk.
That's the kind of guy that's from
by
friggin'
our senpai Mike Pondsmith. Adam Smasher
a leader.
is a fully converted cyborg. He is he was always a
This
loyalist,
guy's straight up from
and,
friggin'
time
Alita
has
Battle
changed,
Angel,
and
man.
in 2077, he had
Damn.
to find his own space in Night City, but to find out, you'll have to play the game.
In this trailer, we do see some flashes of a Ripper Doc called Victor Vector. I think if people have watched our previous gameplays, they might remember him. But I'd really like for you to give the people at home some more information about what Ripper Docs are and how they'll be interacting with them when they play Cyberpunk.
So Ripper Docs in our game, they are surgeons. They are like a specific type of a job in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. They are accustomed and specialized in replacing limbs. To
So
the
they're
metal
the,
ones. They
oh,
can
okay, so
basically
that's why they're
update
called
your
the
body,
Ripper
enhance your body,
Docs, I guess.
change you into this walking war machine.
Wait,
And,
so
as a
he's
player,
literally
you're going to
friggin'
meet
Dr.
different
Ito
types of
in
Ripper Docs
in Alita.
and some of them are like important characters.
That
for
make
a-
that
for a
so he's
story.
Dr. Ito,
Through
right?
that, you will invest.
This is
eddies
Alita
that
Battle
you're
Angel,
gathering
the
to
game.
Turn your body into this tool that allows you to survive on the streets of Night City.
Pavel, thank you so much for joining us. I know you'll be back later. In
I mean, I
the
guess
episode because
I guess the
you'll be
similarities
helping
would be
to
there
analyse
because
the
I
Braindance
suppose
gameplay.
maybe
But before that,
the settings are more or less the same when you're talking about
earlier
like
in the year,
that
we
kind of
announced
stuff.
that if you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on Xbox One, you'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X when the console launches. And just in case you missed it, it will be the same for PlayStation players as well. If you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation 4, you'll also be able to play it on PlayStation 5 when the console launches.
Okay, guys, I need you guys to answer me this very important question. Would you rather I play Cyberpunk on PC or on PS4/5? I'm keen for either. Knowing that if I get it on PS4/5, that means I'm saving money on not getting another graphics card to upgrade my computer. Whereas if I get it on PC, then obviously I'm getting a graphics card to upgrade on my PC. So what do you reckon? PS4, PS5, or PC?
And that's not all. There will be a free upgrade for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, but we'll have more details on that soon.
To Night City.
Before we reveal our first look at the Braindance gameplay and welcome back our developers for a chat, there is just one more thing we want to announce.
Got two people saying
Something that
PlayStation.
we've been working on in secret for a while. We are very excited to announce our partnership with Studio Trigger and Netflix to bring you Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
Hold on.
Anime set.
I just want to reiterate. The question is PS5/4 versus PC. So let's just all be very, very clear here. PS5/4 or PC?
In the Cyberpunk universe, which we've been working on for some time now. Edgerunners is due to launch in 2022, but for some more information, let's go to the team in Edgerunners in the Cyberpunk universe, which we're very excited to announce our partnership with Studio Trigger and Netflix to bring you Cyberpunk Edgerunners, a standalone anime set in the Cyberpunk universe. We've been working on
There's going to be a Netflix original, well,
Edgerunners
not original, Netflix anime.
2022, but for some more information, let's go to the team in Tokyo.
Hi, my name is Saya Elder. I am the Japan-based producer for Cyberpunk Edgerunners. What I do basically on this project is that I am a fixer, to put it in the words of the Cyberpunk universe. We are a game company. We are a bunch of nerds, and wherever there are nerds, there's going to be anime fans. So it was always a dream for us to make anime. When we began this project, we were certain that we didn't want to make a recreation of the game. Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a standalone story set
if it's available on PS4, it's available on the Slim. The big question is if it's going to run well on the Slim.
New story.
It should.
I do like to think that it's going to be a great gateway for newcomers to come.
Wait, are there games that aren't available on the Slim that are available on regular PS4? Is that a thing? I don't have a Slim, so I don't know.
Right now we're in Nakano, which is one of the biggest anime meccas of the world.
Nakano?
I'm going to take you to Studio Trigger right now because we have the wonderful opportunity to talk to the dream team that will be bringing you this anime.
Nakano.
こんにちは。トリガーの代表取締役の大塚です。
監督の今石です。
キャラクターデザインを担当する吉成です。
ゲームのサイバーパンクのファンの方。
For those who are interested, Nakano or Nakano as she called her, but I guess she's more Japanese than I am, so I'm going to call it Nakano for now. Nakano is west of Tokyo. I've been as far as Shibuya. When I went to Japan, I went to Tokyo. I was in Tokyo. I went to Akihabara, which is like up here. I lived in a hotel that was that's Akusabashi Station. I lived in a hotel right here. Actually, it might have been this one. No, wait, hold on. No, this one. I lived in this hotel right here. Akihabara is right there. Tokyo is right there. I went as far south in Tokyo, at least, as Odaiba to visit the Gundam base, of course. And I've been as far west as Shibuya. Nakano is right here. So west of Shinjuku, which I actually didn't go to. I'm kind of keen to go and check that out as well. Tokyo is huge. Tokyo is crazy. If you ever want to go somewhere after, Corona memes, if you ever want to go somewhere, Japan and like Japan is just like, so good. Anyway, let's continue.
今回初めて触れる方両方に満足していただけるようにアニメを作るつもりです。よろしくお願いします。
今回はそのサイバーパンクという僕らが10代の一ファンにしか過ぎなかった頃に生まれたジャンル、そういうジャンルのものをまた、時代が何周もして作れるというのが非常に楽しみです。
トリガーも10年ということで、監督に今石、キャラクターデザインに吉成というトリガーの最強の布陣で、トリガー10周年にふさわしい作品にしていきたいと思います。お楽しみに。
Okay. Okay, coming in 2022. Awesome.
Gameplay of Braindance. This is a feature that you'll experience when you play Cyberpunk 2077. Braindance is essentially a recording of somebody else's experience. It allows you to relive their sense of sight, smell, touch, and even hearing, all thanks to a special device. After the gameplay, I will be welcoming back.
Apparently, Skill Up doesn't really like this whole brain dance mechanic.
Quest designer and all-round lore master, who will be helping to answer your questions
as one person who's actually played it.
So, on how you'll be interacting with brain dance when you play Cyberpunk.
We'll just have to see how it is.
So, let's take a look.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
And remember, everything on full blast. They'll spot us extra for a wicked adrenaline high.
Apparently, oh, that's right. Apparently he didn't like it because the way it works is that you have these 3 bars that you need to essentially fill. It's kind of like how in Detroit Become Human, when you're playing Connor and you're trying to figure out like what happened in a scene.
Down, everybody.
Except this one is more like you have to do it essentially in 3 layers, based on like sound. I think one of them is heat, I guess, and the other one is visual. So yeah. DJ, if this game is not going to be for you, then it's not going to be for you. It's just that simple.
Slow, deep breaths. Your cortisol
I think I'm going to
and
enjoy
adrenaline
this a
spiked,
lot.
but the soft activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened. You're alive and well.
That was too much. Could feel the guy's pain, his stress, his hope. Hope wrapped up in something else.
Mm-hmm. Probably took a booster just before. You'll be fine. Got everything set up? Let's switch over to editing mode.
Suddenly this is Assassin's Creed. Sort of.
I'll sever the link to the BD Roller's sensory array. You'll be able to look around freely. Whole scene's yours. Full cam control in analysis mode, so move around, zoom in and out, whatever else you come up with. Think of it as your own little sandbox. So, analysis mode, you control playback. Can even pause when you feel the need. Then you
Yeah, he was basically reliving the memories of this dude before he got killed. The idea is to figure out what happened to him.
Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash,
So,
and we sell the BD to those psycho
so the idea is that like apparently you have to like fill in the blanks for audio, fill in the blanks for whatever the red bar is, fill in the blanks for I think visual. Like,
give it a try.
I can see where this can get really tedious really quickly though.
All good, neat. Now try fast forwarding a bit.
But we'll just see. We'll just see.
Okay. You can also reset the recording. That'll take you right back to the beginning. Try it. Now for some fun. This here's why you came in the first place. In analysis mode, you get to view and even scan details of the enviro recorded by the BD roller. Focus on the heat. The gun this gonk gets from
Oh,
the
heat.
beginning.
Oh, so the second one really is heat. Okay.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out. And we sell the BD to those psycho freaks. And remember,
okay, right here.
Okay, so that's a visual clue.
Excellent. Let's move on. Now heads up. In analysis mode, you can ferret out background noise and conversations if the roller got close enough. This tech records everything, every little detail, even the sights and sounds the roller was never aware of. To see the sources of the recorded sensory signals, switch to the audio layer in the editor. Go ahead and try that now.
Switch to the audio layer, huh? What are we, video editors all of a sudden?
Signatures in the store. Choose one and hone in on it.
Pack of 6, case of Brosif, and a couple of zappers.
Okay, we have a deal today on 2 flavors, Cuddy and Surfing. Everybody!
So, any thoughts?
Unbelievable. Seriously, like what's happening right next to me.
Well, that conversation
How
seemed
BD
completely
recording
pointless.
implants work. They pick up everything, all the elements in the background. Then an editor tweaks them, makes them pop. Keep playing with the sound, explore it a bit. We'll move on when you get bored.
I mean, as a video editor, that's entirely true.
What I see you kissing the flooring! Money!
Sometimes you can analyze extra layers in the raw, stuff the roller's cyberware picked up.
Like what?
Ev's got Kiroshi optics that grab infrared, meaning you should be able to grab heat signatures from her recording.
Huh. Hella nice.
Scanning works on peeps too.
Actually, I wonder, here's the big question, would you rather I play a guy or would you rather I play a girl?
Scroll forward to the part where our artist gets a lead injection.
Or I will fucking drop you, I swear to God! Well, now, fucking head off!
And then he's about to get wrecked by someone. dead.
Shot him and he never saw it coming. But you will. Here it comes. My favorite part of the game. See the blinking thing over the entrance? Surveillance cam. Must have caught our shooter. You'll see in a sec. Cam feeds to the screen behind the clerk. Roll back to where the screen's in the kid's field of vision, then scan it.
Okay. And scanning the screen while the guy wasn't looking at it helps.
Shot him. Probably planned to all along. Must have got a nice slice of cred on the black market for a BD like this.
Oh.
BD freaks are ready to pay a preem for a real flatline. Anyway, if you've seen enough, you can exit.
This suddenly became Watch Dogs. You'd rather I play a dude?
Right? It's too bad most of the BDs we do here are only good for flogging the log.
So Braindance is a pretty big part of the cyberpunk universe. It's not just something used for adult films. There is an awful lot to it. And there's two sides I'd really like you guys to help me explore. First is the lore. So how this actually fits into
not
the
just
universe.
something used for adult films, huh?
Side. So how players will be interacting.
What are you suggesting?
So Patrick, could you tell us more about
what are you suggesting?
I would love to. So in the world of Cyberpunk,
yeah, well, guess what, buddy?
You're
not Batman.
Was invented way back in the early 2000s at UC Santa Cruz. It was developed as a way of recording a person's experiences and then playing them back for someone else, so that they could relive
that was
them
pretty slow.
as though it was happening to them. It was originally used for things like therapy and prisoner rehabilitation, but by 2077, it's become this global media industry, including things like movies, mass entertainment, things like that, video games, some interactive things, and of course, adult fare as well. Now, in our game, we deal a lot with black brain dances, or XBDs as we call them, and there are different types of those, but the one that you saw in the trailer just there was a flatliner. Now that's where the person recording it actually dies during the recording. And it's popular with sort of an illicit kind of a thrill, but a mercenary can also use them for various things, and you'll see that in the game, of course.
And from the gameplay perspective, we have been working a lot throughout last years trying to figure out the best way how to use the braindance in the game as a mechanics. So what we have settled on is this braindance editor mode. As a player, you will be able to run the braindance in the editor mode and see different clues that have been registered on the peripheral of given actor. Now, as a player, you can slide on the timeline of the recording back and forth, trying to uncover different clues. And that clues are actually telling a story in the game. So, as a player, you will run different investigations that will lead you to different mysteries, and you will uncover them actually using that braindance as a mechanics in the game.
So, as Pavel was saying, we use braindance as a storytelling tool. It's not a collectible. It's not something where you're going to go in and you're going to play it and you're going to be like, I've seen this before. What we use braindance for is to give you a keyhole into the life of the residents of Night City. And we can explore things like childhood trauma, religion, various philosophical ideas in a way that you might not otherwise experience in a story about a mercenary on the tough streets.
So we've tried to talk about some of the aspects that we think the community will find.
I feel like I'm
going
to have to actually play this in order to make a better idea of this. What they're talking about is kind of vague.
Really excited for. Patrick, why don't you start?
So one of the things that I'm most excited about in this game is the characters and the way they interact with the world. We've got this really interesting world that stretches all the way back to the Cyberpunk 2020 source material and all of these events and all of those things, but those don't mean anything unless they connect with characters. And so when we come up with a character, we start with their function. What is this person? What do they do in the story?
Those two are twins.
Stop there. We go back and we figure out what was their childhood like, what was their upbringing like, what kind of obstacles did they face in this harsh reality, and did they overcome them, and how did they overcome them, or did they not overcome them, and why? And you can see all of those things in their environment, in their dialogues, in sort of how they operate in the world. And we come up with that for all of our characters. Now you look at someone like Victor Vector, and you're gonna see stories about his past in his environment and in his dialogue. You know, we come up with that stuff even if we don't use it in the game, because it helps inform us as to who these characters are.
And for me, I would not be myself if I would not say that I'm the most excited about our quests. Like with our Witcher 3 team, with Patrick and like everybody that has stayed with us since the Witcher 3 time, we really have grown so much.
Whoa, what the hell is this? Is this like
we have used
this is like a wheat farm or something?
To put them into the quest that we have made. And you will not find really a filler in this game. Like everything has a meaning. Like we put so much effort into making sure that everything is rewarding, is interesting, is talking about characters, as Patrick said, is talking about worlds, is talking about emotions, like touching the player in a really, like a real way. And I just can't wait to find out what you think.
Pavel, I know you mentioned story and quests and writing quests, and when I was last in the studio, I had a look and I saw a notebook on your desk, and I would love for you to show everybody this notebook.
Okay, Holly, I mean, you asked for it. So this is my notebook. It says Salsa Quest Designer. The reason is because I dance salsa, and I'm a quest designer, so you know. So I started this notebook actually when we were really starting Cyberpunk.
What
at
in
the very beginning,
what
I
in the
wrote
hell is
the
that?
first note, and it says pretty much something along the lines of that we were starting with a prototype. And then, you know, I kept on basically noting things that we've been working on for like next years. I remember once when our concept artist actually approached me.
Is he trolling?
And they said that they want to take a look
Is
at
that
my
all just
notebook.
redacted?
What for, actually? And they took some pictures and they told me, yeah, well, you know, because we are looking for a reference material for notes of a psychopathic killer. so yeah, well, you may find maybe some of my notes in the game.
Okay.
Pavel and Patrick, thank you so much for joining me. I'm pretty lucky because I have read some of the stories that
Probably
you
all
and the team have
redacted,
written for
obviously,
Braindance,
because, you know,
and I'm pretty excited
game's
for
not
people
out
to
yet.
discover them. But before we do finish today's episode, there is just one more thing we'd like to talk about. Earlier in this episode, I mentioned that media have been getting hands-on with the opening of Cyberpunk 2077, and they should be posting their
Whoa, hold on.
about
Oh no, never mind. It's work in progress. But I was just going to say the pop-in that we just saw just then, that was pretty crazy.
Have been getting hands-on with the opening of Cyberpunk 2077.
Right there.
I mentioned that media have been
Work in progress does not represent the final look of the game, so let's just hold our breath. But wow, that pop-in was kind of nuts.
And if you missed anything from today's episode, don't worry, we'll be uploading everything to our channels very soon. And finally, on behalf of everybody at CD Projekt Red, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this, the very first episode of Night City Wire. But don't worry, we'll be back with episode 2 in just...
Okay. It's like 12:30. I'm going to call it a night, everyone. So, yeah. That was pretty good. I'm keen. I just want to see this game friggin' show up. So, I guess when it shows up, I'll play it on PS4 or 5, maybe. I'm gonna have to internally debate this. We'll see. Maybe I'll put up a poll. Nah, I wouldn't put up a poll. That's absurd. There's going to eventually be a multiplayer? Do I then put it on? Because it has a multiplayer? Does that mean I play it on PC? Because most people I know would play it on PC. Anyway, I'll think about it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the stream. If you did, hit that like button on the stream. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, until next time, as always, I'll see you guys later. Peace!